Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. This is Education USA for Europe and Central Asia. My name is Oksana, and I'm glad to introduce you a new topic for our discussion this month. And we continue a sport-related program in the United States. If you are still unsure about what sport-related degree is right for you, so this webinar is the thing that might help you to navigate the wide range of programs. Today, I'm glad to introduce great professionals that will tell you about all the differences in the programs. And thank you for joining us today, Gokhan, Niall, and Emil.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for having us here today.
So the floor is yours.
Thank you. Good afternoon and good evening. I assume the time difference is 8 to 10 hours, depending on where our potential students are in. Just 1 second, my office phone is ringing. I'm sorry for the interruption. Maybe we just briefly introduce ourselves. My name is Gokhan Alkanat. I'm the Associate Provost for International Education at Rowan University, New Jersey.
I'm Neil Hartman. I'm the Senior Director for the Center for Sports Communication and Social Impact, also at Rowan University.
And I am Emil Steiner. I'm an associate professor, and I'm the coordinator of our sports communication and media program. And I am right now in Dublin, Ireland. So we have we span a lot of time zones on this call.
Thank you. So I would like to talk a little bit about Rowan University. We're one of the top national public research universities in the United States. We're a research university, and we are considered a comprehensive university, meaning we offer a lot of different programs for undergraduate, graduate students, including doctoral students. Our university is older than 100-year-old. We were established in 1923, and we actually celebrated our 100th year, about 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago. And our class size average is 20, meaning that we don't have large auditoriums where hundreds of students are in one class. Typical classes are anywhere from 15 to 25 students. And again, as I mentioned, we are a public research university in New Jersey. Here is our location. I'm hoping the map will help you make sense of where we are. We are in between New York City and Washington, D.C. It's about 2.5 hours from each. And we're about 25, maybe 30 minutes from Philadelphia. And then the Jersey beaches are about 1 hour from our campus. Again, we are in the city of Glassboro, New Jersey. These are our colleges and schools. As I mentioned, we are a comprehensive university. So we offer anywhere from sciences to engineering, business, humanities, arts, medicine, health sciences, you name it, including communication and sports related degree programs. The application process quickly, this is just general information to give you an idea. The undergraduate application is actually pretty straightforward. One of the things is that you complete the online application on Rowan's website, and then you upload your high school transcript, and then a copy of your passport picture page, and then English language test score. You can do Duolingo, TOEFL, or IELTS, and as you know, all these exams are now available online, and you can take them anytime, any day that you would like. And these are the minimum scores you will need to attain to be able to meet the admission requirements. Again, you just take one of these tests. If your English is very low and you don't think you could achieve these minimum scores, you can also come to our English language program first and then complete that program and start your bachelor's degree after you complete the program. On the right side, you will see the deadlines for next fall and the following spring. You can still apply to our fall semester, this coming fall semester, until June 1st. But of course, the earlier that you apply, the better it is, because you still have to apply for a visa and other things. So the earlier you get admitted, the more time you will have to apply for a visa and travel to the United States. And if you apply for fall semester, you will need to be on campus around August 27, 28. That's our orientation time. And our classes usually start September 1st, 2nd, or 3rd. If you're considering next spring semester, you have plenty of time because our application deadline is November 2nd. So you still have about like 8 months. Accommodation and cost. Sorry, the picture covers some of it. I don't know why it happened, but I'll go through it. We have on-campus housing and meal plans. There are different housing options for students. We have a separate housing option for our freshman students. And then if you're a junior or senior, you live more in apartment style housing on campus, but we have plenty. And for international students, on-campus housing is always guaranteed. So you will have a place to live on campus. Our meal plans are excellent. They're very cost effective, especially the all access meal plan. You can eat anytime, up to actually 6 times a day, 7 days a week, through all access meal plan. It's a really great program and very cost effective. I strongly recommend that all students take our all access meal plan. Our tuition is, and I'm sorry for the picture covering, I don't know why it's happening. It's a formatting thing, I guess. Our annual tuition for undergraduate studies is $28,250. Our housing and meals together for 1 year is about $16,000. Of course, if you choose a lower level meal plan, it might get cheaper, like $1,400, $1,300, but 14 or 13,000. But I put here all access meal plan and the housing altogether would be around $16,000. The books and supplies, depending on your degree program, maybe about $1,000 a year. But again, some programs books are cheaper. Some programs books could be more expensive. The health insurance is about $1,000 total for a whole year. So it's about like $100 a month, basically. And health insurance is very important for all international students. So your total cost approximately will be about $46,000. That being said, we actually offer very generous scholarship, international student scholarship. And we offer up to $19,000 a year for every year that you study at Rowan. Average international student receives about $12,000 to $14,000. And you may ask how. It all depends on your high school GPA. If your high school GPA is very high, you will get $19,000. If it is high, you may get $15,000, $14,000. If it is relatively low, you probably will get $8,000 to $10,000. So again, it depends on your high school average, high school score. I would like to talk briefly about exercise science program that we have at Rowan University. This is a bachelor's degree program. It includes about 40 classes that you need to take in 4 years. That means every year you take 10 classes, every semester you take 5 classes. 18 of these classes are general education. That means you take a little bit of a history, some biology, some art, some language, other things. And then you will take 22 classes that are specifically related to exercise science. And you're expected to graduate in 4 years. This program, it's I think a great opportunity for students. It includes a 6 credit of internship. So you can actually have some opportunity, some work experience through internship program. Throughout the program, you will also accumulate 40 professional development hours and participate in a 250-hour internship program. That will definitely look great on your resume when you apply for jobs. And the graduates will be prepared to earn national certifications through the American College of Sports Medicine, the National Strength and Conditioning Association, the National Academy of Sports Medicine, the International Society of Sports Nutrition, and many other areas. And about the career options, I can say a few things here. Clinical exercise psychology, strength and conditioning, corporate fitness, medical and community-based programs, fitness and wellness centers, and other exercise science-related fields could be your career options for exercise science degree program. Now, I would like to leave the floor to my colleagues, Neil and Emil, for a deep dive into the sports communication and media program at Rowan. You're mute.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, great. I appreciate that. Thank you, and welcome everybody today. I'm Dr. Emil Steiner. You can go to the next slide. Yeah, that's me, Dr. Emil Steiner. I am the coordinator of our Sports Communication and Media Bachelor of Arts program here at Rowan University. And what that essentially means is I'm in charge of our curriculum, our faculty, and the research that we conduct. I'm joined today by Neil Hartman, who is, as you mentioned, the senior director of our Center for Sports Communication and Social Impact. There he is. Yeah. So just a little bit about me, and I'll jump into our program here. So I'm a former sports journalist, reporter, editor. I was at the Washington Post for a number of years before returning to higher education, where I did my doctoral work at Temple University in Philadelphia in media and communication. And I joined Rowan in 2018 to launch our sports communication and media program. And you can jump forward a couple slides now to run that one there. Yeah. Just a little bit about us. And since launching in 2018, we have grown to be the largest such Bachelor of Arts program in the United States. We have over 475 students, getting close to 500 by fall of 2026. And we offer over 60 courses across our 5 different concentrations, which I'll get into. And go to the next slide. Yeah. So some things that separate Rowan's sports communication and media degree, some of the things that make us special. We're the only such BA program like it in the state of New Jersey and really in the area. We are highly professionally focused. So what I mean by that is we strongly believe that students don't just learn in the classroom, that they learn by actually doing the kind of work that they're interested in for their career. And my colleague, Neil Hartman, will speak in depth about our internships and our professional partnerships and everything that goes along with that. Additionally, we're highly personalized. As I mentioned, we have five concentrations, and students, depending on their interests, depending on where your skills are, what you want to do with your career, we become personalized by selecting our concentrations within the field of sports communication and media. And finally, as I mentioned before, we are an interdepartmental program. And what that means is we have faculty from 4 different departments. You can go to the next slide.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. We have faculty from journalism department, from radio, television, and film department, from public relations and advertising department, and communication studies, and that allows our students to double major quite easily, because your classes will count both towards your degree in sports communication and media and for other things. So these are our 5 concentrations that we currently have. We are in the process of developing more, but our students study communication studies in sports, which is really, if you're interested in the sort of philosophy, politics, economics behind sports. A lot of our students in there are the ones who go on to graduate school to study in those areas. Sports journalism, which is the concentration for people interested in telling stories about sport, whether that's in text, whether it's broadcast, whether it's podcast, various different media. You learn the art and craft of telling stories about sport in engaging ways. Sports public relations and advertising is more the business side of sport, the social media, the kind of campaigns that you run for various organizations, as well as managing brands, managing image, overseeing communication crises and other times like that. Radio, TV, film, RTF, sports production concentration is really towards people interested in the technical side of producing sports media. So the the video, the audio, editing, lighting, all of those things that go into producing an event like that gets broadcast like the World Cup, and all the different jobs within that. And finally, our newest concentration is esports, which focuses on the production and promotion and coverage of electronic sports, of professional video game play, which is a very large and growing area of the sports communication and media field. I would like to just tell you all that our classes are taught by really experts in the field, people who are on the cutting edge of doing this kind of work, whether it's in sports journalism, in sports broadcasting. We have professionals who are doing the work at the very highest level. But something that we believe is vitally important is the connecting of the classroom to the professional space. And so our classes are all created and crafted with that in mind. And I have just one example here for you that I would like to talk about, our sports entertainment and event planning class. This is taught by Professor Alex Yo and also by Professor Lindsay Massiangelo. Both of them have worked in the front offices at the highest management levels for professional sports teams. Alex Yo is an executive vice president for the Delaware Bluecoats, which is the G League team of the professional NBA team in Philadelphia, the Philadelphia 76ers. And so in this class in sports and entertainment event planning, the students design, plan, propose a major event for the Super Bowl, which is the championship match for American football, for the National Football League. Once a year, it's the most watched event in the United States by orders of magnitude. Something like, I believe, 130 million people tune in the United States alone for the Super Bowl. And so our students design an event for the week leading up to it, called Super Bowl week. And for those who do the best job in it, we select them and their event, and we fly them out to the Super Bowl. This year it was just outside of San Francisco, California. In 2025, it was in New Orleans, in Louisiana. And we fly our students out there, we pay for it, and they actually put on the event that they have spent the semester planning. And they work with the professionals there to put on an event called Ditka and Jaws Cigars with the Stars. It is an organization that was founded by Ron Jaworski, who was an NFL quarterback with the Philadelphia Eagles, and Mike Ditka, who was a player and a coach with the Chicago Bears. And together they have this charity event there in wherever the venue is for the Super Bowl. And our students design it, put it on, and it's a really amazing experience to take what you're doing in the classroom, what you're planning during the semester, and then be flown out to the Super Bowl and actually produce it with professionals. And the networking opportunities there are just incredible for our students, and they've gotten a lot of media coverage about them. So that's just one example of the kind of classes that we offer in our Rowan sports community.
Let me just add one thing, Emil. If you see the tallest student that's in the pictures, that's Ashmir, and Ashmir's from Kyrgyzstan. So an international student that was one of the 6 students that went to the Super Bowl, said it was the best experience of his life. So there you go. Loved hearing that from Ashmir.
Yeah, and it really is. I mean, so often the classes, you study, you can study important things, but to actually apply them in a real world setting is something that really elevates the experience. And it's something we're very pleased to give our students. So I'll just wrap up by saying, you can go up to the next slide. As I mentioned before, we are interdepartmental, which means it's really easy to count the classes that you take with us towards other degrees as well, particularly within the Rick Edelman College of Communication Humanities and Social Sciences. We make double majoring very easy. So by adding, 4 classes, and you have lots of room with your free electives. We only have 40 required credits out of the 120. So there's lots of flexibility with our free electives. You add 4 more courses, and you can get a Bachelor of Arts in Journalism in addition to Sports Communication and Media, or a Bachelor of Arts in Advertising in addition to Sports Communication and Media, and Radio, TV, Film, etc. And about 20 to 25% of our students are double majors, and they earn 2 degrees for the price of 1. You get 2 separate diplomas. It's something that allows a lot of flexibility. And we have students across our university, primarily though in our college, but we have math. We have a math major who's a sports communication and media double major. We have them in business. We have them across the university. So that is the curricular side of what we do here in our sports communication and media program. I'm going to pass it over to Neil Hartman.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Steiner. Again, I'm Neil Hartman. I'm the Senior Director of the Center for Sports Communication and Social Impact. I have all the bells and whistles, all the fun things that we're able to do in our program, complementary to the curriculum that Dr. Steiner does such a marvelous job with. And among those things is bringing guest speakers to campus. You see Charles Barkley. He is an international renowned former athlete and now broadcaster here in the United States. And Charles Barkley was on campus on September 23rd of 2025. There's our YouTube channel. You can see it there if you want to watch Mr. Barkley's hour and a half question and answer. And we'll go to the next slide, and you'll see that our students got a chance to get pictures with them. These were some of our students that worked the event, that had a chance to be with the former NBA Hall of Famer. And then the next slide, you'll see that we had 800 students in our auditorium. That's a sold out auditorium there to see Charles Barkley in a question and answer. We bring a high profile Hall of Fame caliber a guest speaker to our campus pretty much every year, but we also do it on a weekly basis. And we'll go to the next slide, and you'll see that Pizza with the Pros is something that where we bring our students in an auditorium of about 130 seats. It's not a class. It's an opportunity where our students get to interact with sports industry professionals of all types. It could be someone in a broadcaster, it could be a former athlete, it could be a sports executive, marketing, public relations, social media, production, all these different aspects of the industry. We are represented for 10 straight weeks with Pizza with the Pros. Yes, students do get free pizza, and it's an hour question and answer session with our sports celebrity. For example, the woman with the microphone is Kate Scott. She's play-by-play for the Philadelphia 76ers, but also does the WNBA nationally. And then the Philadelphia Eagles head of social media was there meeting our students. And then the broadcaster for the New York Yankees was also with us, Dave Sims. And you see our students. We have a lot of Yankee fans here at Rowan University because, again, we are located in a perfect spot, close to Philadelphia, 25 minutes from the sports complex in Philadelphia, about an hour and 15 minutes to 2 hours max, depending on traffic, going to New York City. So we are in an ideal location where we can really spend some good quality time with some of these sports industry professionals, and Pizza with the Pros is a prime example. It is a popular part of what we do in sports communication media, and I'll show you the next slide. This is Tom McCarthy. He is the play-by-play voice of the Philadelphia Phillies in Major League Baseball, but he also does the National Football League for CBS here in the United States, and also does the NCAA tournament, which is about to start next week. That is a very large college basketball tournament here in America that Tom McCarthy is one of a very few selected television broadcasters that are able to do that. You see the popularity of Mr. McCarthy there with us at Rowan University at Pizza with the Pros. That auditorium seats 130. We had 195 in the auditorium. Don't tell the fire department that, but we did cram in a lot of people. It's a wonderful opportunity for our students to ask questions to the professionals, and then afterwards the students get a chance to meet them one-on-one. And this opportunity is something that leads to more jobs and internships than pretty much anything that I've experienced here at Rowan. And I've been here for 7 years, and I see this opportunity and our students being able to interact with these sports professionals. It's an amazing thing to see. And this is a prime example of what we're able to do and offer you an opportunity to be able to interact with these people as well. All right. So what we also do here at Rowan University, and we'll go to the next slide, is we have some incredible partnerships. Dr. Steiner mentioned a moment ago the Delaware Bluecoats. Again, that's the minor league affiliate of the Philadelphia 76ers. There are players that play for the Delaware Bluecoats in the NBA G League that play in the minors, and then they also in the same season can play in the NBA. It's called a two-way contract. So there are players who play in NBA games this year, and our students are broadcasting those games on radio, and we manage the entire television stream, the video stream that goes out all over the country on ESPN Plus. And also we have an affiliate in Philadelphia that carries the games, and our students are managing all that. So you see the two broadcasters here that are working. We also have a partnership with the Wilmington Blue Rocks. That is the minor league affiliate of the Washington Nationals in Major League Baseball. It's their entry point for all their top prospects. So it's high single A baseball and minor league baseball. And you see our broadcasters there that are doing it at the baseball on the left and basketball on the right. So let's dive into a little bit more about the partnerships. The Blue Rocks we had last year, we had close to 35. This year, we're going to have close to 30 students working for the Wilmington Blue Rocks in Wilmington, Delaware, which is about 35 minutes from campus. We do pay the students so that they don't have to take anything out of pocket. The team and also our center helps support the students to be able to go and travel there. There's no problem getting back and forth. Lots of students have cars. If you don't have a car, they can help you get there. And it works very, very well together with the students that will work on a game night in baseball, probably about 20 to 25 work on a game night. And you'll see here that in the lower screen, that is Bella working in marketing for the team, and then Chris on the right side working in production. We handle all these aspects of working in a professional baseball environment, and that's what you're seeing there. Now, in basketball, and we'll go to the next slide, you'll see that in the G League, our students are working in game operations. That's the upper left-hand corner of which you're seeing the students working game operations, and it could be a variety of different things. It could be handling tickets, could be moving some pieces that you need to have ready for the game. Whatever it takes, that's what our students are doing. We built a control room right at Chase Fieldhouse, which is about an 8-year-old facility that the Philadelphia 76ers built for their NBA G League team. And that is a control room that is overlooking the floor that our students, we have 22 students that work in production, 14 work on a game night, all managed by Rowan students. The executive producer is a senior here at Rowan University. That is a look at the 40 interns that we have. Gokhan mentioned earlier about internships for exercise science. We also require you have at least one internship in our program, but we have so many students that have many more internships because of our location, because of the opportunities that we present students. It makes it so much easier for them to be able to dive into the business, learn about it, find out what they like, what they don't like, and then also the broadcasting part. You see on the right-hand corner where you see one of our students interviewing one of the players, and that camera person is also a student. So again, immerse yourself into this part of the industry, all aspects working for a professional team. So let's tell you other things about our program. Not everybody comes here to Rowan University with experience. We want to make sure that we also offer every opportunity for you to learn the minute you walk on campus, just like Ajmer, who came here from Kyrgyzstan to be able to learn and figure out what he wants to do. And by the way, he's doing remarkably well with internships working in American soccer, European football, whatever you want to call it. But he's working now in soccer and really enjoying that experience. But if you want to work in television, we have our own television station. These are students working the football game here, American football, here on our campus stadium, and they work it with 5 cameras, all done by about 20 students or so, student broadcasters, working the camera, working behind the scenes. Everything is done, and we work also with shows in the studio, on our television studio, to be able to give students that experience of what it's like to work in television. But we also do it in radio. We'll go to the next slide. You'll see in radio, we have one of the best radio stations in the country. That is Derek Jones, our station manager. He actually does 50 games a year for ESPN. He's a highly coveted broadcaster, but he also runs our radio station. And he also teaches courses on campus, and he's a Rowan graduate. But he's holding an award there because they were recognized, and pretty much every year we get recognized as a college radio station of the year. And that's what Derek Jones is holding on right there. But our students we have 18 varsity sports at Rowan, and they're able to broadcast all those games and also work in the studio doing all these different things. We have a college campus newspaper that is called The Wit. It's been around since 1938, and it is about 30 students, 30 to 40 at this point, work in the sports department, again, covering 18 varsity sports here on campus. But they also get an experience of being a beat reporter. That's someone who covers a team for the Wilmington Blue Rocks and the Delaware Bluecoats. And they get to be able to do camera work, graphic design, all these different things that they're able to do working for the campus newspaper, The Wit. And then lastly, Rowan Athletics. We have a very competitive athletic program. In the United States, we have 3 divisions, Division 1, 2, and 3. We're a Division 3 athletic program, and we are very competitive. We're among the best in the country. Last year, our baseball and softball teams at the same time played in what we call the College World Series. That's the best of the best at the end of the season, and both our softball and baseball teams made it there. Baseball finished 3rd. The year before, softball finished 3rd in the country in Division 3. And our students are there to cover it all. For social media, the young lady wearing the red shorts in the lower picture, she is a sophomore, and Hannah manages our social media for all 18 varsity sports. We have 26 students that work on that. So if you're interested in social media, you're going to get opportunity to work right away on campus. And then you take that experience and then you go out into the workplace and work for a professional team, organization, company, whatever it might be. In Hannah's case, she now works for the Philadelphia Phillies as well in Major League Baseball here in the United States. So all these different opportunities are presented. And we'll go back one slide. Okay, now to the next one. I'm sorry. Okay, to the next slide. There you go. All these places are where our students, if you're familiar with some of the logos of the sports teams here in the United States, in the last 9 months, our students have gotten a job or are interning at any of these locations. From the Washington Commanders in the National Football League in Washington, D.C., to the New York Yankees in New York City. Everywhere in between and all along the East Coast. And we are really getting students all over the United States. And this is what we're offering our students. Opportunities to work at all these different places. It could be professional hockey, professional baseball, professional basketball, professional football, professional soccer. All these opportunities. You see here, soccer's big around the world. We understand that. We have a great team here in Philadelphia, Philadelphia Union. They're there. We have the Red Bulls that are in New York City. We have students working with them as well as an intern. And sometimes, many times, our students go on to work full-time in a professional environment once they've graduated from our program. And then I want to highlight one student in particular, and this is Caitlin. Caitlin works for the National Football League Films, NFL Films. The NFL in the United States, if you're not familiar with it, is the predominant program or league in this country. And the NFL, if you can work for NFL Films in a production side, working camera, working audio, being a producer, all the different content that they produce for the National Football League, that's a really hard job to get. And Caitlin is one that got it. And I'm just going to read to you what she said about her experience here at Rowan. The one thing I did as a student that made the biggest difference in landing my job today was getting involved right away. Coming in as a transfer with limited time, I knew I had to make the most of every opportunity. I applied to everything I could. That approach eventually led me to internships with pro sports teams in the NFL and in Los Angeles. Staying consistent and working my way up is what ultimately helped me land the job I have at NFL Films today. And Caitlin, Dr. Steiner mentioned it earlier, We had students go to New Orleans. She went to New Orleans last year as a student. This year, she went to the Super Bowl working for NFL Films. So she has made an unbelievable success on her career path by leaving us last May and now working for NFL Films and covering the Super Bowl for one of the huge production companies here in the United States. The other thing I would say, and we'll go to the next slide, is we're very active on social media. If you're able to access any of these social media platforms, we'd love to have you follow us. We're very active on YouTube, where we have all our videos from our guest at Pizza with the Pros that are available on our YouTube page, and other videos like Charles Barkley's talk. We have other very prominent speakers that have talked at Rowan University. They're on our YouTube channel, and then Instagram, X, Facebook, and also TikTok. So those are how we inform everybody here in our program about what we have going on. And the last one is both Dr. Steiner with the Sports Communication and Media website, and then my center's website. We have all the information that we shared with you here today about what's available to potential students. So with that, Gokhan, that pretty much encapsulates what we do in sports communication and media here at Rowan University.
Thank you very much. I want to thank our colleagues for great information they have provided. Dr. Stein, did you want to add anything?
Yeah, I mean, I would just, all I would say in closing, and I do want to make sure we have time for questions if there are some, is that, our program is a very rigorous academic program as well, in addition to all the great things that our students do out in the real world. But something that I think really separates us is that our student body, to a student, all of them are passionate about sports. It's what they are interested in doing for their careers. And it's something that they feel a deep connection with. As a result of that, our students, do better in class because they're studying things that they care about, things that they are passionate about, things that bring them joy. And as such, they really get the benefits of a liberal arts education with curriculum focused on areas where their focus is primarily oriented. So in that regard, our students graduate really with the skills of critical thinking, evidence-based argumentation, logic, how to speak publicly, how to write convincingly, all those things that you would expect from a Bachelor of Arts, degree. It's just we give it to them with classes and content that they find much more engaging. Our students, go on to do great things that, Professor Hartman has talked about. They also, I'm equally proud of the ones who go to law school, who send me emails, hey, I need a recommendation, I'm going to business school. We really set them up for success with, with the curriculum we give them, and then also with the hands-on training. With that, I think we should open up to questions.
Sure, thank you. So before the questions, I wanted to emphasize that the students could see our contact information here. Professor Hartman, Dr. Steiner's, and my email addresses are here. Also at the bottom, you will see if you're interested in applying, our application address is very simple, rowan.edu/international. And then there you choose freshman as you are undergraduate student. Also, just like in the previous slide, you can see Sports Communication and Media's website as well. It's kind of long. It's very easy. Just go to Google, just type in Rowan Sports Cam. That's the first page that will pop up. And you can get more information about the degree program that we have at Rowan. A couple of other resources, if you're interested, International Center. Our job is to help international students come here on a student visa. So anything related to those issues, you can visit our website. That's also a pretty simple site. Go rowan.edu/RowanIC. And then there's housing and their meals. Again, you can just Google Rowan Meals, Rowan Housing, and those pages will come up as well. And I just wanted to remind you that we have over 100 student clubs and organizations on campus, very active student population we have on campus. So you can see those as well on our website. So now I guess our final slide is questions from students.
Thank you so much, dear colleagues, for this wonderful detailed presentation, and thank you for covering all the main parts, because our students are usually interested in campus life, financial aid. So you actually covered all the things. But we do have a couple of interesting questions from our students, and the first one is what are the main reasons to choose sports science and business together, and what makes this path so special?
So I mean, I could speak to it's sort of our degree program. As I said, I mean, our students are all passionate about sports. That's something that they share. And one of the reasons to take the degree program is because we take that passion and we help you align it towards a career in a field that you're passionate about. And so, I mean, we take all that energy, all that excitement that students have for sports, and we focus that in areas to get the training they need to do jobs, covering sports, promoting sports, all the technical side of sports, but also, the business side of it too. And so, it's really an opportunity to take what you are passionate about and turn it into a career.
Great, thank you so much. And also, like, one more interesting question. I think this question is from the parents, and it sounds like, what would be your advice, like how to start the preparation of the student to choose this sport degree in future, like starting from the grade 5?
Well, we do not require that students start working at 5th grade on on their portfolios. It's certainly not a requirement, but we find that, like I said, students are passionate about this. They tend to, start doing the kind of work before they even arrive here. And with technology today, it's so easy. You can, with your phone alone, you can make your own podcast. You could go out and you can cover matches. You can do all of those things. Now, we don't require that. As Professor Hartman was saying, you can come here and you will get training from day one, covering our sports teams, our 18 varsity teams at Rowan. But I would say for those students who want to get started early, look around you. See, do you have high school teams, like 5th grade, middle school teams that play sport? Are there local sports teams? Cover them. If you want to do broadcast, mute the television or the stream or whatever you're watching on and do your own play-by-play and record it and get practice doing that. If you want to write about it. Start your own blog. Start using social media to cover the teams. And again, it's all about getting the reps in, getting the practice in. And I think it's great. 5th grader, some of our students, we didn't have a chance to highlight all of them, but we have some really adorable pictures from when they were younger and they were actually, trying to cover. I'm thinking Kayla Santiago now, sort of in her closet covering basketball, So certainly, students are more than welcome to get started early, but it's not required. Not required to get in.
Oksana, I have to leave. I'm sorry. I have actually a class. I have to teach a class, so I'm going to leave it up to Dr. Steiner. Thank you for having me here today, and I hope that our viewers and listeners are able to join us here at Rowan University in Glassboro. But thank you for the time.
Thank you for joining. Yeah, we're already finishing. So thanks again for sharing your social media. I have already checked your TikTok and it looks very impressive. So I think that it's very important nowadays to have as many social media as possible, because like students, they spend a lot of time online. So they first of all will check like these pages, Instagram, TikTok, or whatever you have. So that's wonderful. So maybe just like last pieces of advice for our international students. So what should they do? Like what should they start with to be ready to enter your university?
For international students, especially if they're considering attending maybe for example, the sports communications and media program for this fall, September 2026, I strongly recommend that we are right now mid-March. I strongly recommend that they go ahead and put their application in and then submit their documents. It's very straightforward: application, transcript, and the language score. If they could upload these 3 things, I'm sure the admissions team will review them, and if they qualify, their GPA is good enough, if they get admitted, our team actually walks them through the whole process from application all the way into the visa application, and after visa they get the visa, all those. Once they get the visa, we stay in connect with them, make sure that they get ready for orientation program, etc. And then we also make sure they register in classes before they come in, so that their first semester classes are lined up. But the very important thing I suggest that if they're serious about this, okay, think about your options. You heard our presentation today. We have a great program. I strongly recommend the earlier they apply, the better it is, because they may want to give some time for the visa application process. And these days it may take a bit longer than they expect. So the earlier, the better.
I would just add to that, when you do get to campus here, I mean, Glassboro it's a really lovely place. Just be open to, I would say, trying new things. College is about sort of discovering, who you are and what you're good at and what you want to learn about. And so we have many, many opportunities on campus that students can get started exploring even before they take their first class. You can work for our student newspaper, our student television channel, RTN, Rowan Television Network, the radio station. And I would just encourage all students to be open-minded, to try new things. You might find that something you thought you were really interested in turns out it might be something different. And that happens all the time. And it's part of going to college and learning. And, just be prepared to work hard and say yes to opportunities.
Great. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being with us today and for this wonderful presentation. I will make sure if our students have more questions, I will reach out to you separately. And for all our viewers, if you would like to visit our next events, please scan QR code on the screen and register for the next webinar. Thank you so much for being with us today, and see you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity. Everybody, all have a great afternoon. Good evening.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.